Hello and welcome back to Hal Tech TV. Today we have another unboxing for you, and this is on the SilverStone Fortress FT05 case. Now this is a full-size ATX case and is very similar to their RV05 Raven series gaming case in the sense that internally it has a 90-degree rotation on the motherboard, so all of the I/O goes out up top rather than out the back. Now it's very similar internally to the RV05 in the sense that it's got that, but it's aimed at a very different market. And what I mean by this is the RV05 is from their Raven series of gaming cases, so they're aimed at gamers, and they have slightly more budget friendly features, such as a plastic design, whereas this Fortress FT05, this is aimed more at the professional users, people who want a very high quality exterior, in the sense that they want like an aluminium or a steel metal exterior. This is a steel chassis with an aluminium exterior, so it's got all aluminium panels built on a steel skeletal frame. So let's go on and take a look at what comes in the box with the Fortress FT05. So what I've done is I've moved the box to the center for you, because we're going to focus on the actual product in this unboxing. So I'm behind it right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm slightly off camera up top here, but like I said, we're focusing on the product, so let's go on and let's unbox it. Now, I'm always impressed by SilverStone packaging, even on their slightly cheaper products, such as the GD10 that we unboxed and reviewed not that long ago. They always have really high quality packaging, and in this case you've got a fully decked out box design, in the sense that on this side you've got a picture of the product, and then on this side, which I'm not really going to show you too much of, you do actually have kind of a diagram of the case. Now I'm just going to pull this open, and it's got really thick double wall packaging. It's also got a notification up on the side here that says this is a unique product, read the instructions, which if you're going to be getting a case like this, you probably should be looking at the instructions anyway, just to be sure. Now we do have a instruction manual right here with what seems to be a magnetic dust filter in the back there. I'm just going to pull this out and show you that right there. So yes, you've got a magnetic dust filter there, which I assume will be for the top 120mm mount, fan mount, which is capable of both just having a standard fan and also an all-in-one water cooling radiator. So I'm going to take this to one side, and I'll just move everything off camera here for you, so you don't have that sticking out into the video. Now I'm going to have to push these little handles. This is the worst thing about unboxing cases, is you've got to pull the handles out. So let's tip it and bend this handle out, and then pull. Okay, so that's the case pulled out. As you can see right there, that's the diagram that I was talking about. Not really going to focus on that because we've already got the case out. So I'm just going to put this to one side, block myself in, and which way is the bottom? I'm assuming which way is the bottom? Let's figure it out before. Right, so the bottom is currently standing on the top. So let's tip it this way, and as you can see, it's actually quite a compact case. I was very shocked when I actually received this package, because I expected it to be a huge product, and it's really not. Now I'm gonna pull it off this way, I think. Yeah, it's very tight on that packaging. Now it is hard foam, but as you can see, that is huge. There's at least 2 inches of foam there, and this isn't going to break. This is solid. And I actually don't have a problem with hard foam. A lot of people do. I don't really see the issue. I'm gonna try not to touch it as much as I can with my hands. But you will see me touching the case throughout this video with my bare hands rather than using gloves. I don't actually have gloves on me. And to be quite honest, I'm not too worried, which may anger a couple of people. So let's tip it up. You do get this nice black cloth cover instead of just a normal plasticky see-through one. So there is the FT05. Now I'm just gonna show you the front there, if the camera focuses. So there we've got the FT05. Now I'm just going to pull this off as well. There is a sticker there, green sticker. I'll stick that on the side of this. And that is for the magnetic IO cover. So as you can see, there is no there's no 5 1/4" drive bay. That was completely removed with the FT05, again to make it more compact and to help with motherboard sizes to actually fit them into the case. So you've got a full aluminium front here with a section here that is like mirrored, and I believe there is a SilverStone logo maybe that lights up. I'm not too sure, I can't remember. There is your slim optical here. I'll pause the video right now and I'll get you a better angle, because I know it's actually probably not that easy to see from this current angle. So on the front here we've got a kind of a two-stage design, or sorry, a two-level design, where the centre bit sticks out a little bit more than the sides. Now that helps hide this bit right here, which is a slim optical drive bay, which replaces the 5 1/4" drive bay that I've already said that they removed. Now other than that, there's not really to talk about in the front area other than they've got a reflective section right here. Now if you move round to the sides, you'll notice there's literally nothing else to talk about either here. This is the non-windowed version, and the windowed version obviously has a window, so there would be something to talk about, and it's not a square window, I don't believe, on the FT05. However, this I actually think is a little bit nicer and fits in a little bit better with the FT05 case design, not having a window. So we've got the black version here. It does also come in a silver version, so you can get both a black or silver in non-windowed or windowed versions. And now underneath here, as you can see, there is a gap down here. Underneath here, if I just pull out, there is actually a dust filter down the bottom right there for you to remove, and this will be the dust filter for the bottom two 180mm fans that are already pre-included with the case. Now on the left side panel, sorry, on the right side panel, again there's nothing to discuss. It's all exactly the same. It's a little bit different when we get around to the back because we're used to seeing rear I/O. Not on this case. This only really has the output, I should say, for all of the cables that will be going to your I/O, as well as your intake grill for your power supplies. The power supply is located in the back. Now I can mount the dust filter, which was already supplied with the case that we already seen coming with the manual. Now this is where the dust filter goes. I was mistaken that it was the dust filter for the exhaust on the top. It's not. It is for the intake for the power supply, and it looking back now, I kind of feel stupid saying that it would come with an exhaust dust filter, but then at the same time, with it being on top, it may also be necessary for when the system is off. Now other than that, there isn't too much to talk about on the sides. It does get a little bit more interesting on the top, so I'm going to bring you up a little bit better so that you can see the top. So on the top here you can see that there is a plastic grill up here, and this is to allow for exhaust for your graphics cards. The exhaust 120mm fan mount up at the top that you may have an all-in-one water cooling unit on, and pretty much give you access to everything that you need internally. Well, I say internally, rear I/O wise. Now other than that, this is removable, but other than that you've got a power switch, a reset switch, and a little portion right here that has a little arrow that when you push will release a magnet and will give you access to 2 USB 3 ports. I'll just tilt it up right here, give you a better look at the I/O. You've got 2 USB 3 ports, headphone and microphone jacks, and your 2 dual fan controllers there, which have 3 settings: low, medium and high. Now as I said, the top portion is removable right there so that you can remove it, and this does give you access up here to your I/O. Now I will just remove this box. Inside this box you just find some cable screws, cable ties, that sort of thing. Now I'll bring you round so that you can see properly inside the top section. Now here, as you can see, you've got access to the 7 expansion bays, your exhaust 120mm fan mount. I keep switching this up. The I/O shield will go here, the power supply will go here, and then you've got 2 handles here that also not just support the case, but you can actually lift the case from it. So that is the top I/O. Now let's go on and have a look at the internals of this case. Okay, so to remove this side panel, I'm sorry about the focusing issues that we've been having across this video. I have tried to replace as much as I can with B-roll footage for this particular video, but if there has been any focusing issues that you've seen or noticed during this video, I do apologise. It's just an issue with the camera trying to pick up any contrasting points within the black, because it is such a deep rich black colour that it looks like an endless pit to the camera. Now to take off the side panels, there is a latch at the top of these side panels that you just pull up and then pull up on the sides of the case, and that will open up your case for you. Now as you can see, it's very nice, it's all black interior, but the side panels also come with some dust filter, sorry, not dust filter, some sound dampening foam on, and that is both the left and right side panels. Now as you can see, if I just I'll bring you in a little bit further here so that you can see a little bit better, try and find a good angle for you. Is that a good enough angle? I think so. So what you've got on the interior is 2 180mm air penetrator fans in the bottom, and that will be sucking air from the large gap underneath here and exhausting it all out through the top of the case. So these 90-degree rotated motherboard designs are essentially designed so that the air comes from the bottom and out the top, the way heat normally moves, hot air moves. Hot air rises is essentially the simple fact of it all, rather than having air coming in through the front and then both being exhausted out the top and the back. This is a much simpler design for airflow. Now, other than that, you do have a dual 3.5-inch drive cage right here, which will be below where your power supply mount is. You can remove this if you want to put long power supplies in. You will see things like specifications of maximum PSU length and that kind of thing in the full written review that we will be doing on this particular case, which will be linked in the description box below. We will also be producing a video review at the same time, and you will be able to see that as well, where we actually go into details on our opinions on this particular case, where we think there are faults, as well as our favourite features of the case, that kind of thing. So other than that, it does fit standard ATX motherboards, as well as an all-in-one water cooling unit, as I've said, 120mm one, which can be mounted up in the top here. We will discuss things like limitations potentially as well on that, which you will be able to find. Now there is what looks to be like some form of LED SilverStone logo in the front, like I said, in the mirror section right there, and this entire front is also lined with, again, more sound dampening, so it is really orientated towards the professional user. Now if I remove the back panel, we did actually have some trouble removing the front panel, and I think it was because one of the front panel 2-pin power switches was actually jammed inside where the side panels mount. Now you can also now see essentially the skeleton of the case, and you will be able to see my hands behind here, so that should help you. And now this is where the the optical drive will mount, as well as behind here you also have a 2.5-inch mount here, right there, and a 2.5-inch mount down here, which I think you can see where my hand is. There's a 2.5-inch mount here as well. So you've got all of that. You've also got a lot of space down at the back. If I spin it round for you, you've got a lot of space down here to work with, and really the entire case is designed for you to be able to do essentially whatever you want and still get a clean and professional build out of it. And I really like this case, and I'm gonna love reviewing it. I'm so impressed with this case already. I want to almost replace my current PC system setup with this, but it would look a little weird having a mini ITX system built inside a full-size ATX case. But other than that, there's not really too much to show you, because it is just the unboxing video, and we will get in depth in things like opinions and stuff in the reviews, as I've already mentioned. Please don't forget to head over to the Haltech website, where you can find all of our written reviews on not just cases, but also other products in the PC component market and in the tech market as a whole. We also have a lot of video reviews, system builds, that kind of thing that you can go over and check out on the website, as well as checking out the latest news in the PC component market, as well as all our press releases from our sponsors and affiliates, that kind of thing. So yeah, this was the FT05. Please let us know in the comment section below what you thought of this video, what you thought we could do to improve this video, as well as what you think about this particular product, as it is a very, very interesting design. It is a slightly expensive case. I believe it's probably the most expensive case we've had on Haltech to date. It's not the most expensive case I've worked with by a long shot, but it is definitely a very interesting case at a very interesting price point, and I'm kind of hidden behind the case here, so I'm kind of looking through the case, but what can you do? I could probably actually move it out of the way, but yes, in fact I'll do that for the remaining 10 seconds of the video. But yeah, please let us know what you think about this particular product, what you thought we could do to improve this video. Also, please subscribe, head over to the Facebook page, give that a like, and bookmark the website for future reference. I'm Hal Thompson. You've been watching another Haltech TV video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye. Also, we'll see you in the next video. The goodbye was our old outro. We'll see you in the next video.